when Hello cries, I'm about to sin again. It keeps coming up on my For You page.
So this person's upset because there's a new song out that talks about being prideful, being rich, being adulterous, all this stuff. And it also, basically takes Christ's name and it's profiting off of that. So, rightfully upset, right? So we're going to turn to some scripture to kind of, remind people not to let this stuff bother us, right? So first, let's turn to Proverbs 16:19, which says, "Better to be lowly in spirit with the poor than to divide the spoil with the proud." So if you don't have the spirit and you have all the riches in the world, it doesn't matter. That's why you have some people who have all the riches in the world and they're clearly not happy. Then we can turn to Proverbs 23:27, which states, "For an adulterous woman is a deep pit, and a strange woman is a narrow well." So you can take that for what it is, but pretty straightforward. John 16:33, and this is Yeshua speaking. "These words I have spoken to you, that in me you might have peace. In the world you have pressure, but take courage, I have overcome the world." So Yeshua is literally telling us that he has overcome the world. So we need to be courageous, right? And not let this stuff, take us off the path, or don't let it break you, or don't let it affect you. And then we have John 15:18 through 19, which says, and again, this is Yeshua speaking, "If the world hates you, know that it has hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love its own, but because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you." So Yeshua is literally telling us that the world is going to hate us, but we have to remember that the world hated him first, right? And just like this song is showing that. Now, I wanted to also cover something else. So we need to remember that, God the Father in Scripture gives them, the wicked. He gives the wicked over to their lusts, over to their transgression, over to their wickedness. He gives them to that, right? He's like, fine, take it, and I've personally seen people, and I've seen them, heard them, whatever, in real time say that if Yeshua were to come back today, they would literally deny him. Like if he came back today, they would deny him right in front of their face. They wouldn't accept him. And we have to remember that. We have to remember that these people could be suffering in Sheol. They could be suffering, and Yeshua could lend a hand to them, right? As they're just completely engulfed in their sin and their lusts. And they would walk up to him and they would slam the door right in his face. We have to remember that. At the same time, we're still going to share the gospel, right? Ezekiel 33, share the gospel. But yeah, keep that in mind, and don't let them break you or negatively affect you or anything like that. Like, I understand, loving your brethren, all that. I understand that, but we have to remember what Yeshua himself told us, right? So just keep that in mind. Turn to Scripture if you ever feel like, the world's kind of like, if it's too much to handle, whatever the case is. We have to remember that the walk with Christ is not an easy walk, but at the same time, we're purified through our struggles, right? It's not going to be easy. That's the entire point. Yeshua Hamashiach suffered for us. We need to suffer for Yeshua Hamashiach. But yeah, something to think about. If you agree, disagree, whatever the case is, feel free to comment down below. God bless.